Welcome, YouTube. This is the first ever Husky movie review, and I have picked a fucking incredible movie for us to start with. We are picking the movie VelociPastor. Okay. It starts off rated X by an all-Christian jury. So immediately we know we're in for one hell of a ride. It then goes to a church, and there's a pastor up front, and he's giving a sermon to the people. And then he starts to walk outside the church, and then we are greeted with this lovely scene right here.
Mom and Dad! No. No.
These motherfuckers didn't have enough money. Yep, that's right. VFX car on fire. Beautiful. Budget, just slinging money at this movie. It's already been like 3 minutes into the movie, and we have a pastor and his parents getting blown up, and we don't see it. But then it goes to they're inside the church, and it's our pastor, who we still don't know his name of, by the way, and then we meet Father Stewart, who seems to be this guy's mentor, and he drops the beautiful line, so your parents died. That's what they do. So already the script in this is just, yet again, the script and the budget for this movie seem to be on par with each other. And the Father Stewart keeps giving great advice. Just, your parents died, that's what they do. And then then it goes to Doug, who we find out his name is Doug here in a little bit. And he's crying, and he's saying, why would God do this? And Father Stewart gives him some wine, and then Father Stewart tells Doug that maybe he should travel. And then that's when we get to this beautiful scene right here. Yep. So that just happened. Oh, man. Acting incredible. The visuals beautiful. Having two people right next to each other, and then the giant faces right next to each other as well. Love it. Oh, man. So then it takes a good 2-minute video here of him driving around nowhere, giving the backgrounds and everything, and then we eventually wind up with him walking through the woods. I guess I don't know. I mean, then there's this. China. I mean, it looks like just a backwoods. So of course, how are they gonna find a way to make this? How is this China?
China.
I mean, other than him just fucking saying it, I guess. Oh, that's how. See, now we get to this great scene where there's a woman in it looks like a karate gi running through the woods and getting shot in the chest by someone. China. So So eventually she rolls down the hill. The guy finds her. She's speaking Chinese to him. He doesn't understand a word that she says. And then she gives him a velociraptor claw. It looks like a giant like tooth, basically. But he grabs it, and she's saying a bunch of Chinese. Like, she's speaking Chinese to him. He has no idea what she's saying. And then in perfect English, she looks at him and goes, "Dragon the warrior," and dies. He then cuts his hand open, starts freaking out, and then he wakes up. And now he's back in, I don't know where the city is or where they're even at, because it doesn't say. Which leads to a great little dialogue between him and his Father Stewart. Father Stewart telling him, like, oh well, it's China, it's weird there, like that sort of thing, maybe you got something. So Doug's walking around the streets. He's freaking out. He's doesn't understand what's happening to him. Because he's got cut. And then we meet probably one of the most aggressive and like dumb characters I think I've ever seen in like movie history.
I'm lit up right and hot to trap where you want me tonight, Daddy-o.
Carol, hello.
Oh.
God damn you, Carol. How many fucking times I have to tell you not to question what I do? Now, what's my name?
Frankie Mermaid.
And why is my name Frankie Mermaid? Speak up, Carol, so I'm gonna give you the fucking boot!
'Cause you're swimming in bitches.
You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He's Frankie Mermaid because he's swimming in bitches. Wow. So now we are introduced to Frankie Mermaid and his prostitute lady friend, and she's talking about where she's gonna go and hook and do stuff at, and then we get our first view of what we all have come to want to see. It is now time for the VelociPastor. Here it is. Okay. That just happened. So as you can see, like I said earlier, production value, script, fucking tens. 10s out of 10s. Yeah. Then we go on this long story for a good maybe 7 to 8 minutes of Doug now being Doug and the prostitute and them talking about killing people and whether they should do it or they shouldn't do it, because if they kill people, then they can kill people for the good of the good society. Kill people, kill the bad people, that sort of thing. And eventually we are led back to our new best friend, Frankie Mermaid, who's swimming into bitches. And, it leads to this scene right here.
Hello, my child. How long has it been since your last confession?
Since I last confessed? Oh, Jesus. Padre, you're gonna make me... Oh, let's see, it's been about 2 years? There's a lot of ground to cover.
There's a lot of ground to cover.
You can't smoke in here, my son.
Listen, Padre. Frankie fucking Mermaid smokes where the fuck he wants because his life is on fire.
Fire!
What is it that you would like to confess?
Oh, geez, I guess we could cover the last 4 days. Stole candy from this baby. Then I threw the baby in the river so it couldn't stitch, obviously.
Obviously.
And, well, I pimp bitches, I do drugs, sell drugs, murder people. Really, you name it, I've done it, Padre.
You've taken blood from Malice?
Malice? Whoa, no. More like fun. In business, I got bosses. They tell me to kill people, so I kill people, or I tell other people to kill people.
Who was the last that you've slain?
Oh, geez, let me see. Jesus Christ. Oh, shit, actually, a couple months ago, this fucking old couple, I blew up their car.
You
Oh,
murdered it.
actually, it was right in front of this church. Oh, my God. Blood, blood everywhere, skin melting, skin boiling. Kind of gave me a hard-on, Padre. Add that to the confession, too. Oh, actually, you might know him. One of your priest friends comes running out, yelling, Mom, Dad, like it's his fucking parents or something like that. Oh, God. What else can you see that kind of shit on the TV?
You murdered my parents!
Why did you kill them?
Kill them? Oh, it was just orders, Padre. I didn't mean nothing by it.
They were my parents!
I'm sorry.
Tell me why. Tell me who ordered their deaths.
You have no idea how far they reaches, Padre. They got their claws and everything here. I don't know nothing. You might as well just kill me now.
Okay!
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie Mermaid is now dead. This was a good movie review. We're going to end it here. No. Frankie Mermaid out here killing people, smacking bitches, throwing babies in the rivers so they can't snitch, obviously. Yeah. So far we've had murderer, China, prostitute, velociraptor, murder, Frankie Mermaid. This movie's on fucking point. And there's still more to come. For the next little bit, we get this great little training montage for the next probably 5 minutes of Doug doing some training. Him and Samantha, who's the name of the prostitute. Those two kind of starting to gel a little bit, become friends. There might be something more. Who knows? But we get this great training montage. This just as good and just as high quality of everything else that you've seen in this so far. And then we get to one of the biggest left turns I think we've ever seen. Ever. What? Is this Logan Paul with a bandana on his mouth? Is this the ninja? Okay. So now we get to the point of the movie where we have ninjas. And we uncover their grand plan and their scheme, and it's for drugs and, the typical thing. And then, after we now find out that Logan Paul is a ninja in this movie, we find out that there's this really great interaction between him and what looks like to be the ninja master, I guess. I don't know. I'm confused though. But yeah, then this happens. Huh. Stop! Please stop. Yeah, that happened. That very awkward laughing fit there. That happened. That's a thing. I don't know if that is Logan Paul or not, but it looked like Logan Paul to me. Yeah, I'm just gonna call that guy Logan Paul for the rest of the movie. So then we get back and we get back into the main part of the story, and Father Stewart is noticing that Doug is now hanging around with Sam, and as you know, Sam is the prostitute. So Father Stewart is not too happy with Doug about this. So Father Stewart goes to confront Doug, and and in great sense for the rest of this movie, as it makes sense for everything that's happened so far. Doug is reading about dinosaurs and crime, book 2. Literally, it's a book named Crime 2. He then covers up the fact that he's looking at this book with another book that's a book of faith that he's supposed to be reading. Him and Father Stewart talk, and eventually he tells Father Stewart that he has something inside of him, a velociraptor, like a dinosaur that can kill people and this and that. So obviously, Father Stewart thinks that he's lost it. He's lost his mind a little bit, and he needs to go see an exorcist. Right, we need to get an exorcism going. And locks him in a room. And while they lock him in a room, now Doug has flashbacks to why he became a pastor and how the good it would do, and this is his calling, and other sentimental shit. And then we get to it's hard to say another big left turn, but I don't know how this movie pulled off as many left turns as it did. But we got another left turn. So yeah, then there's this thing that happens right here.
The diocese will take too long.
The what now?
As much as it pains me to do so, Doug, I'm too worried about you to sit in my hands any longer. Decided to skip the bureaucracy and take matters into other hands.
Where the fuck are we now?
Somewhere the church forgot.
Father Stewart, I think we're making...
The church forgot?
Sometimes we need evil to fight evil, Doug.
But that's what I just said.
This is different.
Stewart, it's been years.
Not enough, perhaps.
Oh.
You must be Doug.
Pastor. Dinosaur. Pastor. Ninjas. Pastor. Voodoo? So they go to... So now we find out that Father Stewart has taken them to where the church has forgotten. Like a voodoo specialist sort of guy who's done multiple exorcists, like underground exorcists, it feels like. And then we get this weird scene. And then we get these weird scene of him just acting it out, and Father Stewart doing a monologue, and then, yet again, like I said, I can't believe I have to say this so many fucking times. We get another left turn. So we get another left turn. Father Stewart starts having flashbacks to before he was a pastor. And yeah, let's just say that it's not what we thought it would be.
You start that family you've always dreamed about. You could have 5 kids.
5.
11 kids.
11.
And I want you to spend 15 minutes a day with each of them.
15 minutes a day with each of them.
Yeah. And I want you to name one of them after me. Ali, your wartime buddy.
Yeah.
When little Ali Stewart asks where he got his name from, you could say your wartime buddy, Ali. The one who made it through the whole war without taking a single hit. He managed to do it with a smile.
He's gonna get shot right now.
But then you look at him square in the face, and you smile like I do. Like this.
Ollie! 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 No! No, Ollie! Ah!
Called him. So Ollie dies, and then out of nowhere, Adeline shows up in the forest, and she goes running to him, and she goes running to Father Stewart, and she blows up in front of him. I'm not going to show the clip. It's exactly what you thought. What you think it will be. She runs to him, blows up. I mean, I'm not going to show you it, but look. You get the picture? She like runs over a landmine or something and blows up. So now we know Father Stewart's backstory, and it's like, okay, there was almost no reason to know, like, for that to even show up, but yet again, left turn, ha ha ha, ninjas, and then we go back to Voodoo, and now they're trying to exorcise the demon out of him. And instead of exorcising the demon out of him, Doug just transforms into the VelociPastor, and Doug kills, I think, both of them. I know for a fact he kills Father Stewart, but I think he might have killed both of them. But he definitely kills Father Stewart. And then we get a scene where now he's being hunted by ninjas again. More ninjas. More fucking ninjas. They're hunting him. We get a flashback to one of them, like he was a student. This shouldn't happen to him. He has a wife and this and that. And then the ninjas die to the VelociPastor. God, I can't believe I've just said those words. And then we get to the most awkward sex scene, intimate lovemaking scene in, I think, history of movies. And no, I'm not showing you it. I'm not going to show you it. Like, it's, yeah, chemistry between these two. Oil and water. What I will show, though, is the greatest thing I think I've seen in a movie yet. I just got to... So I've been trying to show you guys clips and bits and pieces and talking about the movie, and then we get to 48 minutes into the movie and they just show the entire fucking thing. Well, fuck. But that isn't the end of the movie, though. There's still another 20 minutes of this shit. So, as per, of course, almost normal for this movie, we have a beautiful scene after the lovemaking and the flashback of ninjas arriving in the house. And Doug and Sam, of course, being a pastor and being a prostitute, use perfect kung fu to defeat these ninjas in just their boxers and bra and panties. But in probably one of the biggest twists, wait. He's alive! So yeah, Father Stewart's alive. Father Stewart's hanging out with the ninja, and the ninja decides to tell him, this is our plans. So our plans is to introduce more cocaine and drugs into the cities, and then we're going to take it all away, and then they're going to have to find Christ. And then you can tell them our version of it. And Father Stewart says, no, I will not do that. And eventually Father Stewart gets killed. as per usual, I suppose. So then Doug and Sam suit up in their best leather to go fight the ninjas because they now know where they have to go. Which then leads us to, I can't believe I have to. Do I really have to say another left turn? I do. You sure? All right. We come to another left turn.
Still don't recognize me, do you, Doug?
Wait. That voice.
Remember me now? Brother!
Sam.
What?
You're my only son.
Thanks, Dad.
You're my only son. You're my only son. You're my only son.
So the guy I've been calling Logan Paul this whole time is actually Doug's brother. I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't seen a lot of this stuff coming. That I really didn't see coming. God, this movie's bad. But anyways, so now Doug and Doug's brother, I guess, are going to fight. And they have a nice little fight scene, which leads and ends. I am Highlander.
Your ancestors are my ancestors.
So Doug has the Force, apparently. And if you rewatch the clip, you'll notice the girl in the background is just kind of standing there and not doing anything. I'm not going to show that. Just rewatch it. But yes, okay. So we get that awkward scene of him doing that and enjoying it. And then we get to Sam. And Sam, of course, like I just said, is in the background doing her own thing. And then we get the great scene of her fighting. And yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to see it here. He said pop. He said pop. Excuse me? Aren't the dudes that do that normally supposed to be like monsters, not just a dude? That's how that whole fight goes. That's it. She hip tosses a guy, punches a few guys, hip tosses one guy, who then says pop while on the ground, and then gets slashed in the booby hole. And then what we've all been waiting for, the big reveal. Finally, for the first time in this entire movie, we get to see a full look at VelociPastor. I don't know if you guys are ready for this, but in all of its glory, here it is.
You're lying!
What the fuck is that? Dragon warriors before, so this is nothing new to him, and he's ready for the dragon warrior. Or is he?
VelociPastor!
Noodles and pasta?
6. I think my hand is immune.
You can stop now. Stop now. You can stop now. Now. Wait, only through the elimination of violence will we finally be able to achieve world peace. What the fuck is going on? Gandhi. Religion. Dinosaurs. Prostitution. Ninjas. Voodoo. War. Gandhi. What does this movie not have that we need in this? But this isn't the end of the movie. He eventually snaps out of his weird blood rage, and wants to, and then says, "Oh, Sam!" And then he runs to Sam, and he takes Sam to a hospital, and she's gonna make a full recovery, and she's fine. And then, so then we get the normal sort of Hollywood big time ending that's just so sad.
Somewhere else.
China. All over the world, I suppose.
China.
Now that I've officially resigned from the church, I guess we'll have to sort things out all over the world.
All over the world.
It's a big job.
There's $1 billion bounty on your head.
$1 billion bounty.
What are you gonna do next?
What I do best.
What do you do best? And that's how the movie ends. Is him saying, by doing what I do best. And then there's nothing. We don't know what he does best. We never knew what he does best. Overall, though, this movie is a fucking masterpiece. It's in the horror genre, because as you guys can tell from watching just barely nothing but horror. The director? No. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Beautiful movie. I would have to give it me personally, I would have to give it a 3 ankylosaurs out of 1 velociraptor. I'll let you guys figure out what the fuck that means, but that's what I'm giving it as a score. The movie's weird, it's confusing, it's hilarious, it doesn't make any sense. It has 20 different genres in it, and I highly suggest watching it. It's on Amazon Prime. I'll link the trailer for it in the comments. I'll also link the Amazon page in the comments too. I suggest watching it one day, just so you guys can see the full craziness that just happened. But yeah, if you guys like this movie review, leave a like. I never say that. I rarely say that. I'm not going to say never because I've said that once before now. I rarely ever say that. If you like it, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll do more stupid movie reviews like this, because obviously I'm not going to do good movie reviews. Why would I do that? I do have an idea for the next one, if I am going to do a next one. So, depending on when you were... My brain's broken now because of the movie. Depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Stay out of trouble, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Thank you.